Radio 1.
Hi Anastacia, how you doing?
Hello.
How's it all hanging for you today?
It's wild and crazy, honey. It's promo life. Here we go.
Have you got one really hot ear at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I think that at this point I just keep switching phones because the battery keeps dying. Yeah, I go from one cordless phone to another, after an hour,
Man alive. You ever seen that internet footage where they get a kernel of popcorn and they put 3 mobile phones around it in a triangle, and then they get people to ring the 3 mobile phones, and the microwave energy from the phones actually cooks the popcorn?
Oh, does it?
Yeah, scary, isn't it?
You're kidding me. Like, it really it happens?
Yeah. No, I don't know if it's fake or not, but I have seen it. And it's one of those things, with internet, YouTube clips and whatever.
Right. I hear you. Oh, my God, I hope that's not true, because I am completely levitating right now. I am like, I'm an airplane at this point with all the radiation.
Yeah, your head is just going to pop like a great big piece of cord.
Yeah, it's beyond. I don't need Botox. I am frozen.
So, first and most important, of course, how should I address you? I mean, you have a name which lends
Your
itself...
Highness would
that's
be nice,
that's good. Okay, I'm bowing.
Anastasia's my name, so...
Does it lend itself well to people shrinking it down? I know that people like to, if they're being affectionate. Do you get called Anna or Stacy? Or...
Well, I've been called Stacy. My brother calls me Stacy often.
Yeah.
They try to call me Anna, and it just brings back the sun will come out tomorrow moment for me. And it's just not usually the flavor of the month. Sometimes Stacia works for me. My friends call me Stage.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought I'd go with Mom. How would Mom?
That I am one now. Stepmom at that.
Ah.
Yes. So.
Your new album, Heavy Rotation. I'm noticing a certain vinyl theme with the back cover and.
I know, isn't it cool?
Yeah. So you're a vinyl lady, are you?
You know what? My husband is an absolute vinyl freak. We in fact got like 7 boxes delivered of all of his records that were in storage to our flat in Richmond, and he has this record player that can download all of the records to your computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's living, going to be like obsessively, compulsively, downloading all these crazy songs from these crazy looking albums. But, I just thought it was a great opportunity to introduce, that theme that most people that are younger have no idea what this is. And my fans are young and old,
Yeah.
young, mid, and old, shall I say. They're
Yeah.
all kind of different ages. And it sort of brings the adults to speak to their kids sometimes to be able to go, you know what this is, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, a CD,
Yeah, like a really big CD.
Right, a really, like they don't really know. Yeah, this is to a certain point with all the what are they called, MP3?
Yeah.
Now what I have is like a big CD.
See, what was the first record you remember buying?
I didn't.
Really?
No.
Never bought one?
I never bought a record that was in record form. No.
Wow.
I know, and I'm really 40 years old.
Yeah, well, this is what I was, because the second part of the question, if you had come back with something, because it's a fairly standard music interview question, isn't it? First record you ever bought.
I can't believe I've answered it probably differently than anyone has.
No, it's a perfect answer.
That isn't under 6.
But what I was going to go on to say was, have you had to change the answer since you've had to sort of officially change your age? Because presumably, some people who are going under the thing of being younger than they really are will be claiming that their first record was by Madonna or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would have had to be a whole nother moment to the anxiety that I had to, be in constantly answering that question, which was the bane of my existence for years. The age question, now I no longer have that. It was just driving me nuts.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, it was just like, forget about it. How old's my sister? How old's my brother? How old am I? When did I leave New York? I sort of had to reprogram myself every single that came out.
Yeah.
And it started to be something I resented, but I couldn't really resent it because I agreed to it, thinking, you know, it was so innocent at first, and it really was. It was naive and innocent.
Yeah.
But the truth of it is, I agreed, you know, and went with, like, you know, and then what was I going to do? Slay my record company, you know, in some press statement that says, you know, they told me to do it, you know. Oh, no, they didn't. They suggested it and told me everyone does it. So I said, okay, you know, great, all right, I'll do it. No problem. That's fine.
But you come out to the press and say, I was young and naive, and they go, well, exactly how young were you? We're so confused now.
I was 30 when I got signed, you know, and to be honest with you, in the music industry, I was, you know, 15. I didn't even know what I was doing. I was singing weddings for $50, you know, a complete night.
Yeah.
You know, so I really was so not aware of anything. Had never really met anybody, and then never really done anything besides, you know, dance in a video.
But it really does take a certain amount of, I don't know, backbone, character, whatever it is that you need in order to say, look, there is a game that's been going on around here. I'm not slamming the game. Everybody does the game. We all know that it happens, whatever. But I'm not playing it anymore because it's making my head spin.
That's pretty much, and I felt really at ease to be able to do that with a new record company, because I felt like I didn't really have to belittle Sony, because it really wasn't. You know, Sony is not to blame here.
No.
You know, they're completely brilliant, and I'm sure at that particular moment in time, it was lovely to believe I was 24. You know, it was a great belief, and no one doubted it for a minute.
Yeah.
So it was really kind of, you know, strange. And they're like, you know, they'd always just say, you know, there's so many discrepancies. I'm not really sure how old you are. And I'm like, oh, age, it's a number. You know, I just throw, just all of a sudden start to quote, like, you know, Socrates or something, and just throw them off, and they'd have to answer another question.
Younger than my hair, older than
my...
my...
Yeah, exactly. Oh, my God. What is that? What's happening? What time is it? You know.
Fantastic. Well, I'm going to have to let you go, but it's been wonderful speaking to you, madam.
All right, thank you.
Cheers then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Radio 1.
This is Radio 1.